Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. So, give me a second, guys. Okay, yeah. Hey guys, welcome and good morning, and welcome to my channel. This is the Market Makers Club, and I'm Rain. So, yes, and holy cow, we got a crazy topic today, and which is like how Japan, yeah, a country with like 2% of the global population, can flip the global economy, upside down in 2025 or the upcoming years. So we're gonna talk about, this. We're gonna talk about shrinking economies, which can actually skyrocket the bond yield, as well as maybe even Bitcoin as well. Maybe even the price of Bitcoin can skyrocket because of this. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, as well as let's get the party started. So let me just look how many views that I have. So let's see. So I have about 2 views at the moment, and I got 1 like. Guys, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Share it with your friends as well. I'm gonna give you guys a lot of alpha through this channel, as well as we're gonna have a lot of fun together. You're gonna make money. I'm gonna help you make money. I'm gonna mentor you guys through this channel as well. So yeah, if you wanna make money, subscribe to my channel. So yes. And still, I think I have about 2 views. Yeah, that I think, yeah, I'm just a starter, so I think that, yeah, 2 views is kind of okay, I guess. So yeah, so if you guys are here, like, please comment as well, so that I will know who's watching the stream. So before that, let me just take the stream in my phone, so that I can just communicate with you, by when you guys comment. So that's what I think I got it. Yeah, got it. And I needed to mute myself as well, otherwise it's gonna be too hectic. And yeah, I got 3 views. I think I'm the third guy. I'm gonna like myself as well. So yeah, and live chat. So nobody's commenting. And Marcel, let's the alpha flip. Yes, bro, I'm gonna flip the alpha right now. So yeah, without further delay, I'm just gonna get into the topic, so that you guys can know what I'm you guys will know what I'm talking about. So yes, so the first thing is, let me just take the chart, and as you can see that the economic outlook of Japan is not that good. Because think about it, guys. So let's see what's happening. Let's get into the stage, and let's discuss about what's happening to the Japanese economy. So as you guys should know that Japan's economy is kind of in a big trouble. So the Q1 earnings, or the Q1 growth is actually too low, that big car companies like Toyota as well as Honda, they're posting like weak numbers. As well as the price of groceries, as like rice, wheat, all those things are going up, and people are struggling. So you might know why, you might not know why this is happening. So let's discuss about that as well. So the reason why this is happening is because Japan is the oldest country in the world, and over 30% of the people in Japan are over 30 or are over 65 age, are over 65. So the population has been shrinking for the past years, and as you guys know, fewer population or fewer workers, meaning, and more retires, meaning it's gonna be a mess, because the economy won't grow if you don't have enough youngsters. So because of that, it's kind of like a hectic process, and I will show you something else as well. Hey, check this out. So Japan's debt to GDP ratio is about 263%, which is something like like for every $10 that you spend, you're gonna, for every dollar that you spend, you're gonna be giving like $2.60. You'll be owing the government like $2.60. So that's what it means. Okay, so for every dollar you make, you have to owe $2.60. So that's how the situation of Japan is, and it's kind of crazy. And yeah, like, can Japan keep borrowing like this? Think about it. Like, drop your thoughts as well in the comments if you want to know. And yeah, and you guys might know about the yen carry trade as well. So yes, let's discuss about that thing as well. So here's, now everything is gonna get wild, which is like Japan has been a financial giant for decades, like holding over like $1 billion in the US treasuries, and that's from sources like CNBC as well as IMF, and they have been lending money to the world through a system called the yen carry trade, and which is like the investors borrow yen super cheap, and with like nearly 0% interest, and swap it for dollars as well as other stocks as well as bonds, maybe even crypto. So it was kind of like a money-making machine for the institutions, and that was kind of pumping the global markets. And but in 2024, the Bank of Japan raised the interest rates for the first time, and the yen got stronger, and this started to collapse. And stocks in Japan tanked, as well as the US stock market tanked, as well as Bitcoin kinda dipped as well because of this specific news. And you might know, how this happened as well. And let me just show you another chart as well. Yep, this can actually, Japan's long-term bond years, is at its records because of this. So I'm gonna post all these links in the charts as well, so that you can actually, go through it. So that, yeah, you can go through it. Yeah, and here's where everything gets scary as well. So in 2025, Japan's bond market is going nuts. Like I shown the like you're seeing right now. Can you guys see what I'm telling you guys? So this is the news from Reuters, and you will be able to see how it's working. So yeah, you can see that the Japan's bond market is kinda moving up, or as well as skyrocketing in a fairly good way. So yes, the Reuters says that like 30-year bond yields hit 3% and 40 years hit 3.6%, which is like the institutions doesn't have that much, what do you say for that? Trust in the Japanese government for the upcoming years. So bond auctions are failing because investors don't trust Japan's debt anymore. And why? The Bank of Japan used to buy bonds to keep rates low, but now they are stepping back. And the Wall Street, Wall Street specifically, the Wall Street called it a mess. And as well as if Japan keeps raising interest rates, the US treasuries, they might sell those US treasuries, and jacking up borrowing costs everywhere. So that's gonna be like a global financial Armageddon. You should understand that. So that can cause a recession. It's not my words. It's like the major institutions are saying that. Okay, this can actually cause a global recession soon. And some institutions are also saying that Bitcoin can be the hedge of this as well. So let me just show you something else. Dan Tapio. So you can see that this is one guy that I follow. So he is also mentioning about this. He's one of the main economists. You can say that. So yeah. So this guy is also saying that like because of this Japanese situation, people can get into gold. But I don't think that's gonna be the case, because Bitcoin, like if people wanna get into Bitcoin when the overall global markets are crashing, you should understand that people should believe in the narrative of decentralization at that time. Okay, like that's the only possible way for Bitcoin to pump if a situation like this happens. And I don't think that it's a possible scenario where Bitcoin's gonna pump. But like if you guys have a different thought, please let me know in the chats as well. So I'm open to discuss as well. So this is what's happening, and so Japan is kind of stuck, and rise rates to save yen, and their debt payments are going to explode. And yeah, the Reuters as well as a lot of these institutions are saying that like a 1% hike could add about $85 billion in cost, as well as keeping the rates low, and the yen is going to tank. So this is going to make the imports of Japan pretty expensive. So it's kind of like a trap, guys. So yeah, it's not just Japan. The world is drowning in debt, and nothing can stop this train as well. So the government currencies might devalue in the upcoming, maybe years, and that is one of the reasons why a lot of institutions are kind of, expecting or kind of predicting that Bitcoin is going to be the currency of the future as well because of this thing. But I don't think that it's going to be a situation which will happen because of a lot of things. Like I told you guys, decentralization. A lot of the major institutions are holding Bitcoin. So for people to drop or all those currencies as well as all those bond markets and get into Bitcoin, people should believe in that narrative. As well as a lot of these institutions hold a big amount of Bitcoin as well. So I don't think it's a possible scenario for these institutions to get in, because they know that other institutions can tank the Bitcoin on them. So because of all these situations, I don't believe this is going to be the case. And so yeah, that's the Japanese situation. So let me know in the comments if you have a different view about this. Okay, guys? And yeah, and let's get into the charts if you guys want. So that was the thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys. The Japanese financial crisis, which can happen, which can trigger a global recession. So this is one thing that you need to be careful, while dealing as well. Okay, guys? And yeah, let's get into the charts then. And let's go through the predictions that I gave you guys in the previous, week, I guess, not previous week, like on Tuesday, exactly Tuesday. So the last live that we did was in Tuesday. So can you guys see my screen? I mean, I don't know if you guys can see my trading view. I don't think you are able to see my trading view. Can you see my trading view? Okay, I don't think that you're able to see the trading view. That's odd. So I'm gonna try to close trading view and I'm gonna try to open it again. So let's see if it works for you guys. Turn on your alerts off. Oh damn, sorry guys. Sorry about that. This and let me just turn on the charts again. Why are you guys not able to see my That's odd. Okay, my chart is not working, I guess. So let me just go back to Google and take the charts over there. I suppose you guys can see the chart over here, I guess. And yeah, I think you guys can see the charts over here. So in the previous session or the previous live that I did, I told you guys there is a pretty good possibility for us to see a good pump in the markets, right? So we did see that pump. So I think I mentioned somewhere over here, like something like, where the hell was my level? I think like either it's gonna be something like here, I guess. I forgot the level that I mentioned, guys. So that's the thing. So $3.33 trillion was the level that I mentioned, I guess. As well as there was another level for us to confirm continuation, which was something like this, I think. So the market reacted onto that level. Oh yeah, it was this basically this rejection. I remember that. So I told you guys that wait for an MSS, before getting in. So and the market, you can see that on that specific day, the market came down, mitigated onto that specific POI that I mentioned, which is $3.38 trillion level, and it kind of went for that reversal. But the strength of the reversal was not that good, and that's one of the reasons why why the market basically went down after that. So the market has been accumulating for some time now. You can see that from Saturday onwards, it's been like 5 days. So the market has been accumulating, so that's not a good sign. Okay, we're gonna see a major move soon. It can be today, it can be tomorrow, and there is another thing that you need to watch out for as well, which is the monthly closure of this total market cap as well as in Bitcoin. So we need the monthly candle to close above this specific point, which is about 3.45, I guess, which is the closing point over here. Yeah, 3.45. So we need a monthly candle to close above this $3.45 trillion level. That's gonna be an ideal setup for us to confirm this bullish scenario. Okay, that's happening. Plus, another thing which is making me concerned is this liquidity buildup. So there is a pretty good possibility for us to see a major void. A void is kind of like an impulsive move to the downside, like this over here. Can you guys remember this big wick over here, right? So as well as this big pump over here, right? So there is a pretty good possibility for us to see a similar pump as well as a pump or drop, depending on where the market goes. Okay, and I do believe that it can be a drop. Otherwise, we should displace higher above this specific price level that I'm marking. So let me just mark it so that you can see it. So this specific price level needs to be violated with a good displacement. Displacement in the sense like this kind of a movement. Okay, you guys can see this candle over here, right? So we should see a displacement like this over here for us to confirm that the market's gonna move up in a fairly good way. And let me just give me a second, guys. I have to delete all these alerts. Otherwise, it's gonna annoy you guys. Sorry about that as well. So I am in a trade. That's the reason why I kept all these alerts. Yeah. I think that's about it. Yeah. So yes. So yeah. So like I was saying, there is a ton of liquidity build up in the total market cap, as you can see. So there is a pretty good chance for us to see this. See the market. There is a pretty good chance for us to see this liquidity over here being swept. So if it gets swept, it's going to be something like a 9 to 10% drop in Bitcoin, and you know what's going to happen to alts if a drop like this happens, right? So be cautious with this, okay? Be cautious while longing, and always try to place a stop loss. Always place a stop loss. Like it's not gonna hurt you to place a stop loss, right, guys? So place a stop loss. And Haro is saying that in May and go away. Yeah, dash in May. So yeah, I have to down off that, bad word stuff in YouTube. So otherwise, it's like you won't be able to comment that, bro. That's the reason. So yeah, so that's the reason. And yeah, there is a pretty good chance for us to pump today. So let me just give you guys a good level for us to expect that bullish scenario. So overall, like I mentioned, either we displace higher above this specific level over here, displace in the sense a movement like this, or we're gonna see a big void happening soon. Maybe it can happen after the monthly closure. that's what I'm expecting, but yeah, before that also it can happen. And in the lower time frames, like I mentioned, like there is a pretty good chance for us to displace higher. So let me just delete all of these drawings so that you don't need to be, yeah, okay, yeah. You can see that. For if you want to consider along in the next 1.5 hours, we need to wait for this 4-hour candle closure. But I kind of went for an aggressive entry in Ethereum, so I'm gonna tell you guys about the Ethereum entry later. But yeah, for now, if you want to consider entering into tokens, you need to see a 4-hour candle closure above this specific level. And if you do get a 4-hour candle closure above this specific level, then you can be bullish for the day, in my opinion. And yeah, another thing is, like, if it closes above, then you can consider the extreme entry to be $3.37 trillion, meaning after closing above, price can come down to either $3.37 trillion level or something like $3.38 trillion. So these two are going to be the key levels that I'll be watching for specifically for today. Okay, it's not going to be for the rest of the week, it's just going to be today, guys. And yeah, I do think that the market's going to displace higher, because the market is kind of struggling to go lower as well. As you can see that the market kind of swept the previous day's low and it kind of closed back into the range. So you know what's going to happen. So the possibility for today to be bullish is higher than bearish. So that's what I'm expecting to happen in the markets. And yeah, and when this scenario happens, you need to go to USDT dominance. At the same time, you need to see USDT dominance going down. Okay, going down. So I do believe that the USDT dominance can come down towards at least towards this monthly level over here, which is about 4.32. This was the same level that I mentioned in the previous lives as well. So there is a pretty good chance for us to see this drop, but yeah, let's see if it's going to happen today or tomorrow. And in the 4-hour time frames, you can see that we need to see a candle closure below 4.52 in the next 1 hour 30 minutes. So that's going to be the ideal setup for us to confirm this bearish move in USDT dominance, which can trigger a pump in Bitcoin as well as the overall markets. Okay, so this is the specific thing that I'm expecting to happen today in the markets. And if you consider Bitcoin, the level that you can consider to enter is gonna be this 1 hour level. I can't give you the 4-hour level because it's kind of too far. I don't think that it's gonna happen. Maybe it can happen. So if it happens, it's too good for you to consider that long, but I don't think it's a possible scenario. So if it comes down, just we already have a 1 hour closure. So depending on how price accumulates over here, you can just consider a long over here. Maybe something like 108,426, something like that. That's going to be your entry, and from here you can expect the market to reverse and move to the upside. And there is a ton of liquidity over here for the market to move up as well. So yeah, I do think that the market's gonna reverse today. Okay, I'm not saying that it's gonna go up and violate the all-time highs, but if it happens, it's gonna be too good for you to hold the trade. Okay, guys, and this is gonna be my Bitcoin analysis. So it's gonna be either this order block, this breaker block over here right now, or maybe after this 4-hour mitigation. This whole range is kind of like a POI, so it's better you place your stop loss below these lows if you're entering over here. Okay, enter in one of these levels, place your stop loss below these lows, and target these highs as well as the all-time highs as well. Like in the previous session live as well, I mentioned to you guys about 120k. So target those levels, because there is a pretty good chance for us to see that 120k as well, maybe in the upcoming days. Okay, and there is one more thing: exit the trade before when the monthly closure happens. Okay, because we're gonna see a major drop after that. That's my expected move. So let's see. And for Ethereum, I think this is gonna be the order block. This is gonna be the major level that I'll be trying to long as well. I already placed the limit somewhere around 27, 24. I forgot, I guess. So something like this was my entry. So I need this 1-hour candle to close above for us to confirm that the market's gonna reverse. And the 4-hour, it's kind of reacting to this 1-hour POI as well as a 4-hour POI over here. So there is a pretty good chance for us to see a major reversal from this specific level. So the level that the price should close above is 2,720, I guess. So yeah, that's the candle closure that we need for Ethereum to start moving up. Okay, otherwise we're gonna see a major drop in Ethereum, which can sweep all of this liquidity over here. So like from here, it's gonna be something like a 10% drop, at least towards like $2,400. Okay, and another scenario is like if a void happens, then Ethereum is gonna drop down below this $2,300 into maybe something like these levels over here, 2,200. I think, yeah, something like that was the level that I mentioned, 2,220. So that's gonna be the level that you need to target if price breaks below these levels and violates these lows. Okay, if price wants to sweep this liquidity, then 2220 is going to be the level for you to expect a major reversal in the Ethereum. And if you check the Bitcoin dominance, it's also, you know, accumulating in that in a small range over here. So I need the Bitcoin dominance to drop like it's doing right now. On the daily time frame, it's kind of like going for that rejection, and that's one of the reasons why Ethereum is not moving against Bitcoin. Okay, the ETH dominance is kind of dropping, so I want this thing to move up as well. So let's see if it's gonna happen. Okay, and I don't have any major POI levels over here. This is gonna be the ultimate level for Ethereum to continue higher if it wants to move up. Okay, the Ethereum dominance. So watch out for that. And before getting into altcoins, let's discuss about others chart. And others dominance, it's kind of like in the same level as you can see, and it's dropping as well on the daily time frame. You can see that it's dropping. So there is a pretty good possibility for the pump to happen to, you know, only in Bitcoin. Okay, I don't think that alts are gonna pump unless this chart, you know, should move. And so far it's not moving as well. So there is a pretty good chance for us to see lower, you know, others dominance, which means alts are gonna bleed more. And Bitcoin is the only token which is gonna pump. Okay, and Haro is saying, what are your thoughts for summer and Q3? I think it's gonna be, initially it's gonna be a major drop, bro. We're gonna see a major drop. Is it your notifications or mine? It's my notification. I think this thing, I thought I canceled the Ethereum notification. Okay, it's gonna, yes, yeah. So yeah, in Q3, I think we're initially for the first 1.5 months, I guess we're gonna see a major drop in the markets, and after that, I think the market's gonna go for a reversal. So that's my expected move. So let's see if it's gonna happen or not. Okay, and for you to expect a major alt season, we need to see this chart move up higher. Okay, and so far it's not showing that, so don't expect an alt season. And I think I have another chart as well, which is others BTC. So this is also a major chart that you need to watch if you want to expect a major reversal. And we are right now, you know, inside a 6-month level. So we need to see a reversal. We need to see the market closing above when the market closes in June, I guess. Yeah. On June 30th or 31st, like how many days do we have in June? 30th there, 31st, yeah. What is 30th? Yeah, on June 30th, we should see others BTC chart going above this specific line that I mentioned, that I marked over here. If it closes inside of this line, it's gonna be too bad for alts because we're gonna see more drop. Okay, so that's about all coins. And others dominance, I already shown you guys. And others market cap, it's kinda accumulating in the range. And something like this is gonna be the level for me to expect a reversal. So if a void happens, I think that the market's gonna come down towards these levels over here. For the past 5 days, the market has been accumulating. So, oh, it's a Discord notification. Okay, let me just close Discord. Okay, yeah. So for the past 45 days, the market has been accumulating over here. So I don't think that, you know, yeah, I don't think it's a good, you know, scenario for us to long at the moment. But yeah, it's kind of risky, so always have a stop loss. Okay, because we have a pretty good chance for us to see these levels over here, or maybe lower as well. Okay, depending on how the void happens. So be cautious. And the only trade that I'm considering at the moment, I already gave you guys, which is Ethereum. So this is the only chart that I'm watching. And if you guys want to consider shorting, I already shorted over here, but I exited somewhere around here. But yeah, so if you want to short, AVAX is actually a good token for you to consider short, because on the daily, it has a ton of liquidity, as well as it can go down towards this $18 level. Okay, that $18 is a monthly level, I guess. So if it drops, then this $18 is going to be the level for AVAX. Okay, I think it's going to go lower if it drops. So yeah, so be cautious while, you know, logging AVAX. So if you want to consider shorting the markets, AVAX is going to be the major token to watch out for. Okay, and if I want to give you a shorting level, which is something like this is going to be the major level, guys. 23.8 is going to be an initial level. So if you want to enter in this specific level over here, then your stop loss should be above this box, which is $24. Okay, entry, stop loss. And if you want to consider entering somewhere over here, then entry is going to be 23,632 and your stop loss should be about 23,843. So this should be your short entry if you want to consider shorts. Okay, so in my opinion, it's better you go long in one token as well as short in other token if you are following a proper risk to reward plan. Okay, and if you're not following a proper risk to reward plan, don't even consider these trades. Okay, don't even consider these two trades that I'm telling you guys. Just consider one. and which is gonna be in Ethereum. So yeah, or Bitcoin. So, and if you guys have a strict risk reward plan, then yeah, go long in one token and go short in another token, because if you lose, you're gonna lose 1 hour, and you're gonna make back that 1 hour in the other token. 1 hour is in one, the amount that it's basically the amount that you're risking. Okay, 1 hour is the amount that you're risking. 2 hour is twice the amount that you're gonna get, by risking a specific amount. So yeah, these two are the tokens that I'm watching at the moment, and Solana. So Solana is also kind of bullish at the moment. So if it wants to reverse, it's gonna have to reverse right now. And overall, as you can see, it's reacting off of a daily level. Okay, so it accumulated, it went for that manipulation, and if it wants to distribute higher, it should do it today itself. And yeah, Haro is mentioning nice short on AVAX. Monday range also predicted short signal exactly on the same level. I also entered that short, bro, but the problem was I exited somewhere around here, because it kind of mitigated onto that, it was close to this 4 hour level, I guess. Yeah, so this 4 hour level, I kind of got cautious, and it was a daily level, yeah, something like this. So it was inside that 4 hour level, and it was a daily level, I guess. Yeah, it was a daily level as well. So I kind of got cautious, okay, because there is a chance for us to see this reversal. So because of that, I was like, nah, I'm just gonna exit. So let's see how the market moves. And I got towards Ethereum, and Ethereum is like accumulating after that. It's not even moving. So yeah, let's see if I'm gonna get F'd or not. And so yeah, for Solana, this is gonna be the level, which is something like, if you wanna consider long, 172 right now is gonna be the level. I don't have any other major level for now, because yeah, it's basically kind of close to that opening price of the day, to be specific. So entry, if you want to consider, enter in this specific rejection over here. Stop loss below these lows, which is 171, and you can target this high as well as these highs over here. Okay, so that should be your target, the highs. Okay, guys. And I don't have any other major token that I'm watching. Maybe Injective can also be a chart that you can watch, because Injective is too bullish at the moment, so there is a pretty good chance for it to pump. And one more thing, if Injective drops down towards this range over here, the specific range, consider buying Injective, because there is a pretty good chance for it to go for that reversal. Okay, and it's currently going for this $17 level that I mentioned in the previous lives as well. That $17 level is a monthly POI, so there is a pretty good chance for us to see this $17 levels, okay, being tested. And the invalidation for this setup is going to be a daily closure inside of this 1405 price level. Okay, you need to see a daily candle closing inside of this 1405, and that's going to be the invalidation of this setup. Okay, guys. So that's all I have for today. And if you guys want me to chart more tokens, please let me know, and I will chart for you guys. Let's see. Let me look in the comments. Anyone? I think it's gonna take some time for you guys to see what I'm saying. So yeah, if you guys want me to chart some token, you can let me know. We had yesterday Nvidia earnings that was pretty bad, I guess. Oh, that was bullish. Okay, probably today is gonna be a green day. Yeah, Nasdaq is actually looking too good, guys. Stocks, it's like skyrocketing, like I mentioned. It's above that monthly as well as that quarterly level, so that's too good for the markets. Okay, stocks is gonna skyrocket in the upcoming days. Okay, it's above that quarterly as well as a monthly level. So even if you do see a retracement, this is gonna be a level that you can watch out for, which is 21,462.7. Not this level over here. That's gonna be your ultimate zone of reversal for stocks, which is Nasdaq. And SPX is gonna be something like, yeah, I think it's gonna close above, I guess. It's reacting to it, so we need to see this closure. So yeah, that closure is gonna be our ideal confirmation for us to expect that major pump. So let's see if it's happened. Let's see if it happens. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna get stopped on this Ethereum. I guess it's not moving. I think it's gonna be a bearish day if it's not moving. So yeah, let's see. I don't want to get stopped out today. And it's moving. Ethereum is moving. So Litecoin I'm not gonna watch. Guys, please recommend if you guys have any tokens. Okay, if you guys want me to chart something, please go ahead. I'm open to this. And yeah, let's see. Dot, it's accumulating as well. I don't like the way dot's moving as well. It's like dot is pretty similar to how near as well as a lot of these major tokens are moving. violated a weekly POI. It's accumulating inside of that POI. So if it moves, then you can confirm that it's going to go above $5. It's going to displace above $5, okay, for a 35 to 40% move. But if it struggles to displace, then it's going to go lower, maybe below these levels as well, 3.5. So that's going to be the bad scenario that can happen to dot as well as near as well. You can see that it's reacting to that weekly POI. If it pumps it's going to be too big. You're going to see $4, near within like 2 to 3 days. And if it struggles to pump, then it's going to be a major drop after that. So I don't want to see that. And XRP, I think I mentioned you guys this level in the previous live as well. 2.2512 was the level that I mentioned in XRP. It's currently reacting to it, so there is a pretty good chance for a reversal, at least towards these levels. Okay, so the level that you need to watch out for is going to be this one, which is 2.47593. Okay, so you might see price pumping towards these levels over here. From here, be cautious, because there is a possible scenario, there is a possibility for us to see this market getting rejected or XRP getting rejected from this specific zone as well. Okay, so be cautious, and if it displaces higher above these levels over here, then yeah, you will see price moving up. So like I mentioned earlier, displacement, in the sense this kind of a pump is called displacement. Okay, price is displacing above a specific level. You need to see big fair value gaps like this. And yeah, that's about it, I guess. So if you guys have any tokens, please recommend and I will take a look at it. Otherwise, we can wind it up. And it's already been, let me just see how long, I've been doing this live. How long is it? Oh, it's just 12 minutes or 34 minutes. Damn. Oof. I didn't think that I can do lives, for like 34 minutes. Like when I started, this YouTube live, I thought that, oh, it's gonna be like for 40 minutes. I didn't think that it's gonna last like for 30 minutes, or anything like that. So yeah, yes, I'm doing 30 minute lives. But and yeah, another token that I'm watching is Sonic as well. So it's reacting to the weekly level. So if it wants to reverse, like I mentioned in the previous lives, it's gonna pump. And Igor is mentioning say, what is it? Oh, bro, it looks too weak at the moment. It looks too weak. But on the dailies, there is the possibility is there for a major reversal, because it's kind of like you can see the displacement and it's building up that liquidity. So you can expect a major pump but it should displace higher either today. And inside of this daily range over here, if you consider this to be an internal range, you don't have much of a liquidity for the market to move up. As you can see that the market kind of collected the majority of the liquidity which is meant for it to move up. So it either should displace higher right now, or we're gonna see say dropping lower below these lows over here. So yeah, today, depending on how the market moves today, we can confirm a major movement, in my opinion. Okay, and for forex, it's gonna be like gold. So gold, I gave you guys a level, I guess. I barely missed a gold entry. Okay, the reason for that was like my expected level was 2239. This was the level that I gave you, but this thing kind of reversed from this specific 2250, the level right above it. How did I not notice that? So yeah, it's reversing. Gold is actually bullish at the moment, and gold will be bullish because of the Japanese economic situation which is happening over there. So yeah, for some time you will see gold moving up. And for today, if depending on the displacement, which is gonna be something like this, I guess. So depending on how price displaces above that level, you can confirm a trade. Or maybe this as well. Yep, either it's gonna be 3,304, or it's gonna be 3,321. So these two are gonna be your levels to start shorting. And if price displaces above these levels, you can confirm a bullish scenario, which is you can just basically go for the longs. Okay, so those two are the levels that you can consider for gold. And GBP as well as Euro looks kind of like it wants to reverse as well. And why did I mark this level over here? Oh, that was a 4 hour. It kind of went to sweep all of these liquidities as well. Like there was some kind of a news, I guess, yesterday. I don't know what the news was. What was the news? Let's look at Forex Factory then. So yesterday, we had the FOMC minutes. No wonder. So the FOMC minutes happened yesterday, and you can see the movement, you can see the drop. So this happened because of the FOMC minutes. So yeah, always be cautious about the news, because news trading is kind of risky. And today I guess we have something like GDP as well as unemployment claims, so be careful as well. So if you want to consider longing, it's gonna be kind of risky, but still it's gonna be something like here, 1.12 or something like these lows over here. This is order block maybe, yeah, something like 1.12519. So these two are going to be the levels if you want to consider longing, euro. So these two, like, just only consider these two, pairs for now, because I don't like the way other pairs are moving at the moment. So yeah. So yes, try to take entries. CRV. So CRV, I think I gave you a level in the previous session, I guess, right? So bro, like this is gonna be the same level. Okay, either we displace above this level and you can confirm an entry, otherwise you're gonna see price coming down to 69.77. Okay, so that's gonna be the major level of reversal. And for now, today, if the overall market starts to go up, then it's gonna be something like this 4-hour level, but I don't like it because we already have a candle closure inside of it. So there is a pretty good chance for us to continue the drop as well. Yeah, it's kind of reacting to that 1-hour POI. So if it reverses from this level, it's going to be too good for CRV. Otherwise, you're going to see this liquidity over here being swept, and price will come down to this 4-hour level over here. And you can consider this 4-hour level over here to be the major level of reversal. This is going to be this whole range. Okay, if it wants to move higher. Okay, so that's going to be the CRV range as well. So yeah. So guys, hit the like button. Okay, so it's been a while since we are doing this live. It's been like 30 minutes, I guess. So if you guys haven't subscribed to this channel, please do, because if you guys want to support me in any way, please do subscribe to my channel, as well as follow me on Twitter, as well as my other social platforms, I guess. I haven't posted my other social platforms links, but I will do it in a while. So yeah, so please do subscribe as well as press on that like button. And yeah, I don't think that we have any other tokens. So I'm not seeing any other token in the comments as well. I don't see any other tokens in the comments. So yeah, I think that's about it, guys. So watch out for these charts, okay guys? So like there is a pretty good chance for us to see the pump. Ethereum is also moving up. I want this thing to move up. So yeah, in the next 10 minutes, I guess the 1-hour candle closure is going to happen. So depending on the closure, I think I can hold this trade, I guess. So I already entered, so yeah, let's see if it's gonna move up or not. Notifications is turned on, so that's good, man. Thanks a lot. And yeah, Ethereum, if it moves, then it's gonna go towards like something like 2,800, I guess. 800, no, not 800, something like this, 830. So this is gonna be the TP1, and the extreme TP is gonna be like $3,000 above this level over here. So that's my expected move if it goes up, if it displaces up today. So yes, Sonic I already gave the level, bro, which is something like yeah, either it should reverse right now, which is 43.86. It's accumulating over there. If the overall market wants to go for a reversal, it should reverse right now, either from 44.57 or 43.86. Okay, and I don't think that it's a possible scenario right now at the moment because of how others' dominance is moving. Okay, it's kind of weak. Otherwise, we should see a reversal in others. Okay, I don't think Sonic as well as the majority of the alts that you see out there is gonna move because of this other dominance chart. Okay, so it's gonna accumulate for a while now. So yeah, so be cautious. Okay guys, that's about it, and my camera is almost dead as well. So yeah, I think I can only record like 1 hour with 1080p, I guess. So yeah, that's about it, guys. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next show then. Bye. Have a great day then. Bye.